The familiar buzz filled the small cafe tucked away on the corner of a quiet street. Waitresses hurried between tables, balancing trays and orders as they tried to keep up with the steady flow of customers. From the kitchen came the clatter of pots and pans and the murmur of rushed voices, while the regulars, as always, sipped their coffee leisurely, chatting about the latest neighborhood news. The warm scent of freshly baked bread and golden pies hung in the air, wrapping the entire place in a cozy, homey atmosphere. Suddenly, the door creaked open and a boy ran inside. He was thin, his face smudged with dirt, and his clothes were worn and clearly too light for the chilly weather outside. He froze for a moment, wide eyes scanning the room nervously. His shoulders were hunched, as if bracing to be thrown out. After a few seconds of hesitation, he slowly made his way to the counter. Emily, one of the waitresses, straightened up out of habit, ready to send him away. Street kids wandered in from time to time, and more often than not, it ended in persistent begging or petty theft. But there was something different about this boy. His eyes held no defiance, no slyness, only genuine confusion, fatigue, and a quiet kind of desperation. For a brief moment, Emily just stood there, watching him. Then she leaned forward and asked gently, "Are you hungry?" The boy nodded cautiously, without saying a word. Without a second thought, Emily turned on her heel and disappeared into the kitchen. A few minutes later, she returned with a steaming bowl of soup, a thick slice of bread, a small salad, and a cup of hot tea. The boy took the food with both hands, eager but careful, like he feared it might be taken away before he could even taste it. In a corner of the cafe, seated at his usual table, a man watched quietly. It was Mr. Thomas, the owner, a stern man, known for being meticulous with every dollar. He wasn't one for emotional displays, and he certainly didn't believe in charity. His rule was simple: business comes first. Yet, as he watched the boy eat slowly, savoring each spoonful with a mix of caution and gratitude, and noticed Emily observing him with a faint smile, something stirred in him. A moment later, he stood, walked over to Emily, and spoke to her in a low voice. She blinked in surprise, but didn't argue. The boy's meal was on the house. The next morning, when Emily arrived for her shift, Mr. Thomas called her into his office. She climbed the stairs expecting a reprimand, perhaps for giving away food. But what she heard instead caught her completely off guard. Mr. Thomas informed her she was being promoted to cafe manager. Emily was speechless, all because of a small gesture, a spontaneous act of kindness, and everything had changed. In that moment, she understood something powerful. Even the smallest act of compassion can transform not just someone else's life, but your own.